Carlisle has now distanced herself and effectively thrown Henyard under the bus, revealing the full extent of the deception she claims to have observed while working under Tiffany Henyard.
You could feel the anger tonight at a Board of Trustees meeting in Thornton Township. The board and citizens looking for accountability to their finances, while the township supervisor...
I am a wife. I'm a mother of 3 children. My children and my family are suffering because of this loss. And Dalton Police, the detectives, have been sitting around twiddling their fingers on this case. You out of order, Clerky. Like, stop. Y'all out of order. Everybody want to run stuff. Y'all don't run this house over here. Stop.
The situation surrounding Tiffany Henyard has taken a dramatic turn for the worse, with growing speculation that she may face jail time. The FBI has reportedly uncovered substantial evidence that she used taxpayer money to fund a lavish lifestyle. Adding fuel to the fire, this scandal follows revelations that Henyard allegedly stole funds from the village of Dalton for personal use, amassing millions in credit card debt. While political corruption isn't unheard of, many are calling this one of the most egregious cases in recent history. The residents of Dalton are determined to hold her accountable and set an uncompromising example. Henyard and her team initially attempted to dismiss the allegations as fake news, reportedly enlisting journalists to downplay the situation. However, former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot, who is leading the investigation, dismissed these efforts outright. Lightfoot publicly confirmed the validity of the accusations, stating, "This is real." She emphasized the extensive evidence, including receipts for credit card purchases, and criticized Henyard for living extravagantly while the people of Dalton continued to face hardship.
I'm a mother of 3 children. My children and my family are suffering because of this loss. And Dalton Police, the detectives, have been sitting around twiddling their fingers on this case. This is hurtful. When I've been in contact, I've been asking questions. I've been in contact with the state's attorney's office. I'm pushing this case. I've had the Crime Stoppers come out to do additional work canvassing the neighborhood to assist the police, and nothing has been.
To give some context before diving into the messy details, this controversy began in March of this year when the village leaders and trustees of Dalton convened to investigate allegations of misconduct by Mayor Tiffany Henyard, specifically regarding her misuse of public funds. During one of these meetings, Trustee Norwood disclosed that the trustees had. This refusal prompted the trustees to escalate the matter, enlisting former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot to lead an independent investigation. According to Norwood, the last time the village received a bank statement was in September of the previous year, at which point Dalton was already $7 million in debt. "We're asking, where are the bank statements? We need to know where we stand," Norwood said. He expressed frustration over the lack of transparency, highlighting concerns about excessive spending on fine dining and travel. "We're saying, why are we going to these places? What's happening here?" The situation grew even more troubling when Tiffany faced multiple lawsuits from former employees who alleged they were wrongfully terminated. One former employee accused a trustee close to Tiffany of sexual assault and claimed that Tiffany advised her to stay silent, saying it could jeopardize everything she had worked for. What makes the case even more alarming is that long before the investigation reached its current scale, many had already noticed Tiffany's questionable behavior. However, those who attempted to uncover evidence were allegedly silenced by Tiffany, who used her position of power to shut down any inquiries.
She arrived at work this morning. Something strange happened.
This was your office?
Yes.
What happened when you tried to open it?
It doesn't work.
Not only had Elston been locked out of her own office, but boxes of sensitive documents that she kept in her office were spread around the common area.
This was under lock and key before.
This was under lock and key.
And now it's just out in the open.
Now it's just out in the open. So it has the taxpayer's name, address.
So who did this to you?
Well, our manager was new supervisor, Tiffany Henyard.
Brian and Natalie, it is very clear that the trustees in Thornton Township have trust issues, refusing to second a motion by Tiffany Henyard to get routine township bills paid.
The corruption in Tiffany Henyard's administration has reached shocking levels, prompting widespread demands for her resignation along with other implicated officials. Unsurprisingly, she has refused to step down, continuing to misuse taxpayer money with impunity. What's even more outrageous is that, despite mounting evidence, however, the FBI is not swayed by this attempt at damage control. They've been digging deep into her activities, including allegations that she misused donations for her so-called foundation. Shockingly, the foundation isn't even registered with the Attorney General's office, which issued her a cease and desist order that she blatantly ignored, continuing to collect thousands of dollars under the guise of charity. According to reports, Tiffany has been hit with multiple subpoenas. The first seeks personnel files, wage and tax documents, time and attendance records, and financial details related to her restaurant, property management company, political action committee, and her unregistered foundation. The second subpoena demands financial records from the township, including budgets, payroll documents, expense reports, and reimbursements. The investigation, led by former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot, uncovered jaw-dropping expenditures. Tiffany allegedly spent over $43,000 on Amazon in a single day, more than $7,000 on Wayfair, and $2,200 at Best Buy. Additionally, she reportedly racked up nearly $3,000 on trips in just the past year. The investigation also revealed that Dalton owes over $6 million to vendors while operating at a $3.6 million deficit. Meanwhile, Tiffany significantly increased police overtime spending, ballooning the police department's budget from $7.7 million in 2022 to $9.2 million by 2024. What's even more damning is the betrayal from within her own circle. Carmen Carlisle, a former team member, has come forward to expose Tiffany's unethical practices. In a statement, Carlisle accused Henyard of manipulating employees, vendors, and residents while projecting a false image of success at the taxpayers' expense. She claimed Tiffany pressured her to deny the mayor's involvement in establishing the controversial Tiffany Henyard Cares Foundation. When Carlisle refused, it led to her decision to blow the whistle on Henyard's actions. Carlisle's revelations have further weakened Tiffany's position, prompting the mayor to lash out publicly. Tiffany dismissed Carlisle's claims, calling her derogatory names and accusing her of lying to save herself. But with her own team turning against her and mounting evidence of her misconduct, it seems only a matter of time before Tiffany faces serious legal consequences. The public is not taking this lightly, with many calling for her immediate removal from office and the freezing of her accounts to prevent further misuse of funds. As more details emerge, the question remains, will other members of her administration follow Carlisle's lead and expose the full extent of the corruption? Let us know your thoughts on this unfolding scandal.